And we're back for the second half of game number 4 of the Central Regional Tournament from North Little Rock, Arkansas, and it's been all one-way traffic in the first half as the Dallas Magpies enter with a 57-0 lead. And we'll see what kind of game they play, as you may or may not have heard from Dave Bryant because of our microphone situation. You probably would want to spread the ball out a little bit more and give some more of the ball to some of the other players here. And not only that, but also perhaps stay fairly rested for the fact that there is at least you do have 2 more games to play. But here is Baton Rouge. As you can see now, the Tigers here in the second half, as they start out with the ascension on the forward 50, and the ball is marked, and it will be a free kick. So this will most likely be the first scoring opportunity for the Baton Rouge Tigers in this game. And it's number 14 who will go back and take the mark. One of the Houston Loonies. There's a long kick. It is drifting off to the side, and it goes through. And, hey, Baton Rouge is finally on the scoreboard. On the Little Rock scoreboard, it's Baton Rouge goes to 1. They trail by 56 points. 9-3-57. Ball back in the play up on the far side. Dallas will bring it out of the back. Up on that far side, the ball is marked. A long kick. It'll go in on a hop ahead of Bowman, and the ball will roll out of bounds, and it'll be a boundary throw-in. Again, if you want to check out all the goings-on of the USAFL, our website, usafl.com, on Facebook at facebook.com/USAFL, and on Twitter at USAFL1997. And, of course, we'll have, if you want to see other matches from this tournament, it's on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/USAFL. And, of course, you can check out historic matches from everything from the Parallel Cup back in 2005, as well 2015, as well as nationals and regionals from previous years. That one skipped through. Was that deflected? No, it didn't matter. It went off to the side, and Chris Cox pats himself on the chest because he is a mighty, mighty good man, and that will go through for a behind. 9-4-58 on the Little Rock scoreboard. 1 point, and only 1 point for Baton Rouge. It is a 57-point difference. So it looks like, if this scoreline holds, that just like in Pool A, that the final game of pool play will be for the essentially the spot in the final, like a semifinal or preliminary final if you're back in Australia. As the ball goes back into play, it is loose, it is down, picking that one up and throwing that one on to the right where it's marked. Looking to spread, now going in short, and that one just popped in short, and then off Jeremiah Kane. He wasn't a bullfrog, he was a magpie, and he goes in, and a nice mark taken right there on the chest. It was a good kick by Kane, and he finds the number 15, who is somewhere in here. In fact, he isn't. I don't even see who he is. But in any event, he's going to go back and extend the lead a little bit more. The kick is up on the way. And that is a goal. 10th goal of the game for the Dallas Magpies. 10-4, good buddy. 64 to 1 point. Well, I think Baton Rouge, it's kind of hard, as we said, they're definitely overmatched. But one thing that they do have to do, I think, is play a little bit more tighter, and that's why we're seeing all these chances come out. As we mentioned, we are in North Little Rock, Arkansas. Again, our thanks to the Little Rock CVB for helping us put this weekend of footy together, as well as the North Little Rock Parks and Rec for helping us get the fields ready, as that one goes over the head of Jack Odell for a little bit of friendly fire, one-on-one contest. Miller and Odell throwing each other about there, or throwing their opponents about. Ball goes to ground, and then that one is tied up, and it will be a ball up. Ball goes back in the air, one-on-one contest. Ball goes to ground, picked up and shuffling that one on forward is Storer, who's been largely, I was going to say he was largely quiet in this avalanche of scoring, but he's been very effective in getting the ball in on those short chances. There goes McQueen, and he picks it up, and Lachlan McQueen, you can call him the super keeper or the super sweeper because that's what he's been doing. That was a lucky bounce as it bounced on through to the other side, and then, he just got absolutely cleaned up there as 19 found 12. Neither one of which I have on my sheet, but here comes Dallas back in the other direction. It's a 2-on-2 contest. Ball goes to ground and then cleared out again by the Tigers. Knocked away, Moran, and then that is a high tackle and a free kick to Baton Rouge and Joshua Cartmill. Cartmill will throw it on to the left, and that one is marked straight out in the middle for 13. They'll continue it down, and then that one will go inside the 40, tipped away, and Dallas puts the kibosh on that, and they'll play that one up onto the near side. They get it away. Odell just gets it back, throws that one on to the right, marked by Storer, who had to go down to his knees and kiss the sky, and now up on the near side. He'll take a bounce. He'll kick that one up on the near side. It is almost marked as Kane went into it but could not bring down the apple from the tree. They squeegee it around. Now that one, he goes for the subway ball, almost like an up and under, but no. Here comes Storer. Storer's kick inside 50. It bounces free. Nobody able to get it. Now it's cycling back, just out of the reach. Again, going after it there is Terry Clark, and it looks like it's a throw, and it'll be a free kick. It was a scoop and a free kick. So here are the Tigers now out to the near side. Again, there's McQueen. Lachlan McQueen, and again away they go. Mark to the near side. Mark to the far side, up on the right. Little Rock's scoreboard score check. It is 64-1. Dallas has had this one in their back pocket for most of the game, but Baton Rouge has showed a fair bit of heart. And they're used to, I'm not going to, shouldn't say that they're used to results like this. However, they always seem to go toe-to-toe against the teams, unless it's Houston, as you heard Dave Bryant say in the first half. Up over the top. Long kick. That is up there, and it is just past. And here comes Baton Rouge. Dallas will put the kibosh on that one. Plays the ball to the ground, kicked up onto the near side, and it is marked. Or was there a call before that? No, they'll say play on, as Cronin marked it and then kicked straight into the middle. Playing soccer with the ball there is 20. Looks like Daniel Hill. Long kick. Inside 50 again. Dallas knocking on the door. Ball squirts out. It was hooked around. They handballs it back. Throws that one on to the right. Kicked for goal. It tails across the face. And that is through for another behind. 10-5, 65 Dallas on the Little Rock scoreboard. 1 point Baton Rouge midway through the second half. Brian Barish here with you from Burns Park in North Little Rock, Arkansas. This is the first of the 3 legs of the regional series. Will be on June 24th. Will be at Miller Park in the Miller Fields at the campus of North Carolina State University in Raleigh. And then 2 weeks after that, on July 8th, we'll be out for the Western Regional at the Westminster City Park in Westminster, Colorado, outside of Denver. Dallas will send it right back at him again. It's up in the air. Ball goes to ground as no one had it cleanly. And then sending that one forward and sending it deep. Backtracking. Almost taking it there. As Lamont couldn't get to it. That one is kicked on forward. It skips by. It'll go through. Picked up by 15 again. He'll throw that one on to the right. Up in the air, one-on-one contest. Jortner, no. It was deflected. He'll play on. That could have been high tackle. It wasn't. Play on, says the umpires. LeBouf was able to find Ryan Moran, and the mark is taken. And continuing on will the Tigers. And that's all you can do here in this situation. as here is McQueen, who is now snuck up into the middle of the ground. Here's McQueen. He'll go in short, and it's marked. Long kick. Goes in short. And did he get it? And did he pull that in? Because you're not allowed to do it. And in fact, no, the umpire, well, that was the signal for a ball up, but in fact he says, give it to me. And now couldn't get to it, and here comes Dallas the other way. A little 1-2 do-si-do. The kick is inside 50. It's one-on-one. Oh, almost, and a great spoil there by Brady Moran, who saved yet another major score. But they keep it into the Magpies. They got to go back to go forward, and the mark taken again by Cronin, who will go center into the ground. Play on, says the umpire, and then it's marked. And going down to his knees to take that one was the number 19 in Lachlan Beatty. So Beatty will go back. The kick will come from about 45 meters out. Beatty with his heel on the paint. The kick is up on the way. It is dead center perfect, and that is goal number 11 for the Magpies in this game. Dallas 11-5-71 on the Little Rock scoreboard. It is a 70-point lead over Little Rock, 1 point. And for more games of not only of this regional tournament, but other regionals, past and future, you can check out usafl.com and also our YouTube channel, youtube.com/USAFL1997. Dallas is up by 70 points. That might grow just off the fingertip of the defender there, and then he shoved aside his opponent. Ball gets knocked backwards, and then that one is kicked inside 40, dropped. Second bite of the cherry there. And they're calling for the ball. There it is for a goal, and there it is, another one. Oh, no, it was off to the side. Oh, he took the football, and instead of just letting it go, probably just taking his time, he got a little scared and kicked it. So another behind, 11-6-72 for Dallas. Baton Rouge still one behind, out to the right side. And it's not controlled by LaBouffe, and the ball will go out of bounds. Now, we were talking in the earlier game about Baton Rouge and how much heart they have as a team. Of course, they were deeply affected. They were supposed to actually come here to Little Rock and play down at War Memorial right before the floods, the devastating floods that ravaged the Baton Rouge area happened, and many of the players were affected. And there was a really good campaign by the USAFL as well as other clubs to raise nearly $5,000 for this team, and they came back and hosted not a month after the floods. They hosted Houston and Atlanta and went 1-1 on the day. So here, 2-0 on the day. That's a very good kick, and that is marked right in the goal square. Now, because the mark happened from right out in front, he'll have a kick at goal. So here is Pelletier from right in front. And he makes absolutely no mistake. A great job of running on to take the mark. That is the 13th goal of the game for Dallas on the Little Rock scoreboard. 12-6-78. 12 goals. 12 goals, 6 behind, 78 points. 1 point for Baton Rouge. So we head back into the middle of the ground. Ball up in the air, or ball about the ball about to go back up in the air. Dallas Magpies, one of two teams with the moniker Magpies. Of course, the New York Magpies as well. And here come the Tigers, as to see if they can string some possessions together. Not on this occasion, as that one is sent in, and a nice mark again by Beatty. And Beatty will let one go from 42 meters out. That one's drifting left, and that's another behind. 19th scoring shot for Dallas, 12-7, 79 to 1 point. Well, really all this is doing is padding the percentage, which, I mean, it means at this point that if this next game that they have in a couple of hours' time against Tulsa ends in a draw, that they will make it through to the grand final on percentage. Out to the near side is a couple of players went up to take it. Here is Storer again. Another goal by Craigie Storer, and he gets applause from the crowd here in Little Rock. That's that rugby fraternity, 13-7.
Nice job, Craigie.
As he comes off the field. That is his third goal of the game for Craigie Storer. Storer, 13-7, 85 to 1 point. And now the question has to be asked, will Dallas top the century mark? Now, the biggest win that we saw was 86-1 last year as Indianapolis beat Cleveland in a 14-a-side match here at the Central Regionals. That one will skip in on Odell. Odell will run around, look for some help in Crampton. And Crampton comes alive out to the left side, and the ball goes out of bounds. It'll be a boundary throw-in. 85-1 on the Little Rock scoreboard. And again, cannot thank enough folks at Little Rock, the Visitors Bureau, as well as North Little Rock Parks and Rec. Ball comes back in the play. Ball goes to ground. Kick that one onto the right. One-on-one contest, and it skips free. McQueen was back there to help. Kurt Landers, one of the Roosters roster. Boundary throw-in for the Magpies. Ball comes spinning back in the play. Knocked down. And it's batted around and then handballed. Long kick. That'll bring some rain. And it's marked. And they are instructing. It's Dylan Murray, who's one of their rookies, and they're trying to walk him through this set of goal. It's tipped on the line. It stays in play, or did it? Yes, it did. It's a little cheeky kick, and that's a goal. A little toe poke home at another 6 points. The 14th goal of the game for Dallas. 14-7, 91 to 1 point. It's a 90-point lead. Now, just to put this in perspective, the Baltimore Washington Eagles defeated the Philadelphia Hawks last week 118-7, but that was over 80 minutes. This is over 40 minutes. Dallas is just picking apart the Tigers, and there's something to be said about maybe spreading the footy out, but Baton Rouge is still playing them tough. Ball goes back in the air. Ball goes to ground. Out of the back. Kick that one up. Long kick. Another pack forms. Nice mark. And guess who? It's McQueen again. Well, we can call him Lightning McQueen because that's what he's been like all over the place. He has been the biggest bright spot in this game and this tournament so far, as Grzyziak couldn't get to it and chased on by Odell, who has to go back. He gives himself plenty of room. Grzyziak will go in short. Can't find his target over the top. That one will go in short again. It is almost marked. Knocked down. Slapped at the footy. And then it looks to hang on. They'll square up. Handball up over the top. Just got to it. Another handball. Squares himself up. Kicks for goal. And they are just toying with the Tigers. Another goal. That is their 15th of the game. 15-7, 97. It is a 96-point lead, and the century mark is begging. There is not much time left in this second half, however, and the buzzer may beat them to it. For Baton Rouge, Well, they are playing their hearts out, and that is mercifully that. Full time at the football. Game number 4, the Dallas Magpies have won their first game, and Baton Rouge drops to 0-2. The final score on the Little Rock scoreboard, the Dallas Magpies 15-7-97. Baton Rouge 1 point. That'll do it for this game. Stay tuned for more on our website, usafl.com. This is Brian Barish. This has been the 2017 USAFL Central Regionals from North Little Rock. It's goodbye for now.